Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are sowing our fields over here and we are asphalting our roads and getting things ready to go. I think I can quite comfortably start the funding of these pipelines so that they can stop bothering me. I don't necessarily think we'll have them assigned for construction just yet because none of the endpoints are actually constructed. So let's just leave that be for the time being, but at least they should stop bothering me in terms of that visual glitch there. Everything is moving along pretty quickly here. Our asphalting of roads is going, and I do want to also, and we should be able to use this very same strategy here to then go and connect the other sides. What I will do is I'll add that so it's not a big deal in terms of where these guys get out. But we should certainly be able to do a bit of asphalt over here. And similarly, I wouldn't mind getting the rest of this done also. We'll do that, and then we'll do this. Yeah, absolutely. So that should be good. And the only other thing we'll do is actually, I don't know if I want to run it. I think that'd be fine. So what we'll do is we'll do that, and we'll do that. So there we go. So now those sections are good, and we can go about asphalting up the rest of this as we get to that point. Now, we can asphalt some more roads if we wanted to. We can start the construction. Just let's have a quick look at what is currently under construction. We are building this pipe over here, so we don't want to go nuts with stuff. We want to make sure that we're not overdoing it. So that's actually not too much steel. 10 tons of steel there, 10 tons of steel here, and this little section should be minor. 1.2 tons of steel. So that's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. So we should be comfortable with the steel production on that. We don't have steel here, but and the other thing is I did want to potentially just get this to work a little bit better. So what I'll do is I'll actually do a little section there, and then what we'll do is we will go about doing there's a I don't need that actually. Let's we're not using this. Let's go about removing that. I'll trim that out up to there. That doesn't actually do anything. Now let's try and get that section of road all asphalted up the way there. After we've done that, it wants to keep doing it. Okay, well they apparently Shift G. Oh no, that's not the one. Apparently there's a How come I can't get rid of that section? Is there anything else dying off of it? This is just the... That's interesting. Anyway, well, what we'll do is we'll... Yeah, that still doesn't want to go away. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll... assign construction mode. Oh, number one, and let's assign it so that we can start getting that running. And this is underway. Oh, we've got a bit of a crane doing its thing here with the piping. Oh, I'm assuming we've built that section. Excellent, good. How is this going? Yeah, one other thing that I think we should probably do is put another pipe through here. I think this guy can accommodate more. So what I'll do is we'll just do another another pipe through here so that we're a little bit better off with regards to that. So let's do one like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, let's actually forget about it. Let's redo that. And this time around, we'll go for the middle. Excellent. And from the middle, we'll go around doing something like that and tying it in. There we go. We'll do a little bit of this, and that should give us a little bit more capacity there. So we'll go ahead and assign that, and we will tie these two in. So there's just a little bit more capacity through there if we build the additional piping. I believe that should be fine. I think this guy is comfortably keeping full. This guy, I think this guy is staying full too, to be honest, but it seems like we can do way more. And this one is, yeah, just barely holding on. So once we open that line, it's probably going to have a little bit more challenges to deal with. Okay, excellent. So this is already doing its thing. And I'm assuming that will start getting built with the workers on site there. Yeah, absolutely. It's actually working reasonably quickly. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And then we'll start constructing some other things. So we are getting through this. I'm wondering whether we'll get... I think we should get... get all of this done. Oh, the other thing that may be of interest is to... is to at least assign some of this. What kind of a road is this? Oh, no, that's not a road. The road is on the other side. So I'm thinking what I'll do is probably build an asphalt road, to be honest, out of there. Then we'll do something like that. So let's get started on that piece of asphalt road when we can, and then we'll tie in the other pieces there and get a bit and start construction over here. Just when, if in fact we need to. Yeah, we'll just start construction on the road. That's going to be okay. That is going to be okay. Now the question is, if we wanted to do food production in this general area. I was kind of wondering about food production over here. Let's quickly see if we can set a little something up. So at the moment, we're running 2 of these guys. Oh, actually, just one. We're just running one, right? Yeah, one food factory, which is this little guy. Hang on, this little guy at 6 tons per day, 12 tons of crops. That's 20. That's 10. That's 30. I'm kind of tempted to go for the big guy. So if we go big guy, right? Just need to figure out what we'll do with it. So let's say we pop the big guy in here. You should comfortably be able to get workers. So actually, if we wanted to, let's do that. Yeah, that's good. If we do this, right, a big food factory in this location, and then what does this guy do? That guy does 2.3 tons. That's 10 tons. That's 6 tons. That's 15 tons. So if we were able to do that, that's a lot of workers though. 170, 100, and the food factory, 90, 250. But we will have more people. We will have more people. Let's just max it out, though. If we're going to max it out, we want to do, say, something like this. Oh, man, this is going to be beautiful. We just need to make sure that it's kind of walkable distance. Let's place it in there. That is such brilliance. Now, let's see if we can't find a nice big warehouse to go in the middle. I want something fairly big. Something like this. Oh, man. That'll actually work really well. Like that. Just see, which one is this? This is this one. So that's 560 tons of crop. So if we do like 200, what does these guys actually do? I just want to double check. They need 62 per day and 75 tons of crops per day. So that's a lot. That's a lot. So we probably need try and get our warehouse even a little bit bigger. So if we go that one, 880, yeah. Even this could still quite comfortably fit in here. Ooh. Hang on. You know what? We could go even bigger than this. Now, come on. That's the biggest one. This one, I don't think we can squeeze this one. So we'll have to go one lower than that. Yeah, so that warehouse over there is going to be the one for us, really. Ooh. Let's turn that around. Yeah, this is going to be better. If we swing it over this way. So we'll have to do a little something. Where's the... Yeah, that's fine. That's going to be okay. If we do... I'm going to do it like that. Okay, let's do that. And we'll put the connections in. Give me the connections. That one should be fine. We'll give it a little bit of a turn. And that one should be fine. That's all good. And then... on this side of things, we will run out a bit of a road this way, that way, and up there. Tie that in, and we'll then tie this in eventually. So basically that is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. What we'll do is we'll suspend the construction on this for the time being. But the idea is really that that this can become our... Ooh, you know what? You know what? We could even allow for easier drop-off here. Maybe if we move that a little bit more. But let's just move. We could go for easier drop-off. But we can quite easily get people to come and walk this journey. Let's go back and trim these roads back. And then let's find a little bit of a... Yeah, see, this is not quite going to work. So if we do that, we'll flip it around though. All right. So if we do this, right, will that still work? Should be able to... run that one in there. And I think this one can go like so. And then that one does this, and this one does... something like that, right? That should be reasonably connected. Now, the question that always pops up with this now is, does that still give us... Well, that still gives us that connection, so we'll get that in there. And I believe that should give us reasonable road access. Let's just make sure we can find... We won't be able to go through that way. That's okay. We don't need that. Actually, clear that out. About it. Let's can't actually run through here. So it does now need people to actually be able to run. So we'll do something like this and run people across here, tie it in, and they'll just have to walk on the road. which I think is reasonable. Anyway, that should be fine. Forget about that. We're not going to do that. Let's pop this out, go over to roads, and we'll just assign that. And what I'll do is I'll just suspend the construction on that. So for the time being, that's going to be our plan in terms of massively increased food and alcohol production. And we should be able to drop some stuff off here quite easily. That's actually quite good. And we will need to provide water and sewage connectivity, which we can no longer do over here, but there's an open spot over there. And from a water perspective, we'll have to just see, probably bring in some more stuff. Now, what's going on over here? We should have done all of our pipes, meaning that this should have water. Nice. And now how's this going? We've built all of that. This is still moving water through at a reasonable pace. Yeah, not sure we're getting more than 45 square meters per day, or cubic meters, sorry, not square meters, cubic meters per day. And that's holding on, but it's probably about on the cusp of what we can do here. This guy should comfortably be able to do a bit more. But yeah, that is on the cusp of what we can do with water. So that's good. Oh, look at that money, guys. Look at that money. Where are we going with this? This is underway, and we should be able to get that last little section done fairly quickly. I may as well go about and spend a little bit more. How's this road connection? Have we started some road connections? We should have done that section. Okay, let's firm up this little section over here. Get that assigned. That'll help us a little bit. And let's do this section through here, please. And we'll assign that one also. Let's get started on some of these things. This could get underway, but I think what I'd rather do is let's start construction over here. We can comfortably start some construction over here. So this is a little bit of a challenge. So let's try. Okay, as a starting point, let's run some paths up this way. And then we'll kind of cut in there. Okay, and with that in place, I don't want to go too far with this actually. So let's just do something like this. Let's just give us a reasonable accessibility here. So let's do that, and we'll get assignments going on there. And on this side, we've got a very similar thing. I want to start building these facilities. So let's do where will we tie this in? Probably center. So let's just do that. We'll get that going, and we'll start work on that little section there so that we can then assign the other bits and pieces. Now, what I want to do is build a train station in this area. A passenger train station, not a cargo, a passenger. For cargo, for citizens. Here we go. Not a metro. We'll get to metros a little bit later. If we go with a stock standard train platform, hang on. Just want to have a bit of a look. What are our options here? What is this? Oh, this is metro stations. That's a big one. It's not going to fit in here, I think. Or will it? It's in the water over there, but that looks like such an awesome spot for this. Right next to that, we could potentially run through on the other side. Obviously, there'll be people having to go far away. But as a starting point, that would actually be really good. Do we have something? That's the one. This one is even bigger. No, we're definitely not going even bigger than that. And then obviously we've got something like this, which is very similar. What is our 19 tons of steel, 27, 14 tons of steel. So that's actually, oh, that's just the small one. Let's try that again. This one is 19. That's 20. I think. Let's go with this one. I like the idea of this one here. We should be able to get most people to walk here, unless we go smaller, say something like this, and we try and squeeze it. I don't actually think we can get it any closer. If we do it here, we should be able to connect a lot of people to this if we do this. And that means, oh, and we could potentially run a bit of a loop through here instead. I'm actually quite open to this idea. This should be very well connected. So I'm going to go with the train station right there. Okay. And then the idea is then, if we, okay, but so if we say in that way, out this way, well, they'll have to go. Is that correct though? Should we do this? So we can probably tie it in this way to run that side, and we could get it out this way. And then what we'll do is we'll come out on this side and we'll, yeah, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to this. Because it will not have big issues with, yeah, let's do that. So let's have a look. So what I would want to do and let's just switch this on. Yeah, there we go. But hang on. Okay. So if we're saying we're coming back this way, yeah, that's going to be a little tight. So let's cancel that. And the idea is really that we will do a little bit of this and try and push it out as much as we can to kind of smoothen that curve a little. Not sure that'll work though. Yeah. If we do this, F4, let's get F4 switched back on again. Why did that guy kind of stop there? Yeah, I think something like that should be reasonable. So now we can go in this way, and we can effectively do that. Okay, so now let's see about running this on the edge of the water there. That's okay. So this is the one that's coming back this way. Yeah, so we'll pop in that way. That's the one direction in that way. So that'll cross this way, and then what we'll do is we'll do something like this to go in the other direction to get people to the okay. I am now hang on, let's just think about this. I'm not opposed to what we're doing over here. We still have the option of running something through on the other side and not having a big deal here. I'm kind of tempted to do. We can get rid of this farm, this field. We don't need to. So I'm a little tempted to do the right in, right out kind of situation on the other side. So we'll get this guy to go off that way. I'm a little tempted to do that. Get this guy to go off on the other side, so that we keep this clear for a potential run across here with a proper rail line. So this is kind of a bit of a temporary situation, if you will. Well, not a temporary situation, but a little bit of a basic area, and we make use of our bridge structure over here. I think that's better. So let me trim back these ideas. Right, so let's trim that back and see if we can't make better use of our facilities from the other direction. And we can obviously always tie it back in on this side. Where? Really? Oh, over there. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Now, so the question then is, if we were to, hang on. So let's get rid of this for now. To there, and that's kind of our best case scenario with the right in, right out. So if we do, so what we want to do is we want to do a pretty tight little turn like this, right? And then you would want a little section of straight track so you can do your man, that's just not right. Let's see, we could potentially tighten this up a little bit. So let's come back here, come back there. Can I go about getting rid of this stuff? Yes, let's get rid of these tie-in points over here. There we go. That's good. That's fine. As is there now. We'll do something like that. And we'll do something like this, and we'll tie that in like so. And then at the same time, we'll cut across this way and find our spot down. Oh, crap. Try that again. Let's find our closest spot over here. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll tie that in like so. And then on this side, we'll do... Let's actually start it off from this side. Do we bring it down a little bit more? Okay, let's do that instead. Okay, and we'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So now we've got this this funky little loop going on over here. So we won't have massive blocking going on, and we'll kind of have a train station over there that's going to be fairly reasonable in terms of its interaction with our existing main line. And we may replace for a better main line in the future. Now, if I do, can I do little kind of changes to our segments here? Excellent. And that one and that one. And this, that one. For some reason that one doesn't want to work. Is there an issue here? Let's just try that again. Yeah, we definitely don't want to do that. Can I do this. Yeah, that should be reasonable. There we go. So now that's okay. That's pretty good actually. I'm not opposed to this. What we will need to do is give it a bit of a turnaround here. That should be long enough for basic train sets. Or we could extend it a little bit. Ooh, we can. You know what we can do? Let's do this. Let's trim this back again. Actually, bring it back all the way up to there. And do this and do that. So if we do this, right? Now let's try, if we go and do this. Oh, I like it. I like it. And we tie that in. So now it's turnarounds in both directions, okay? But what I'm also keen on doing is now do something like this instead. All right. And we'll do something like that. So how about that? So obviously this could block, but it's not going to block on our main line. And plus it gives us the ability to turn trains around, right? Yes, I like it. I like it. I think that is awesome. So let's get rid of some of these. Those will need to stay. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. So now we've got the ability to turn trains around, and we should be able to do a switch over here as well. So if we do a switch over there, that means you can use either of those, and it should be pretty reasonable. We can then decide if we want to extend that way. So we'll try and keep this fairly clean. Okay, so let's do that. But what I will do for the time being is I will suspend construction there. I will suspend that. I will suspend this one, and I will suspend that one while it continues to do its thing over there. And then we're actually making use of this bridge the way I wanted to make use of it at some point. So that is a pretty useful little piece of infrastructure that's going to not block our main line too significantly. The mainline trains should be able to run through here fairly aggressively. Now, that's good. We have managed to go and build a number of these things. So let's continue to expand our areas here so that we could do slightly more reasonable construction components. So let's do that, get that underway. Similarly, we'll move these guys over here. We'll get all of that going. So let's do that. And we'll go about assigning all of this. And we'll go about assigning all of that to try and get all those pieces done. Where is this train going? Are we almost there? We're so close now. Lots of money at the moment. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another 100,000 towards our loan at least. The loan in the rubles, if we would like to pay back some money. I don't remember how we do that. We click here and then we say 100,000, or let's do 150,000, and we'll return that money. Now we're only owing another 150. So now it's only 16,000 that we spend per month to try and get stuff going. What's going on with our water? Ooh, we are out of water. This guy is still full, so we're just basically not moving enough water through. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim back a little bit, just a little bit on the export of power, so that we may see, maybe that gives us slightly more water here. It's going through. Is this now our yeah, I think this is our bottleneck at the moment, right? We still have quality water there. Okay, let's get another one in there. I'm learning, right? I'm learning. So at the moment, we've got the small one, or we can do the big one. Let's go down and see. We will we would need to if we flip it around, something like this. Actually, let's flip it around like that, and we'll place this one over here. Okay, so let's do that. Sorry, this isn't actually powered. Okay, well, let's do that. I'm not bringing in any more power over here, so let's get rid of that one. We'll try this again. If we look at a pumping station. Really? So, how is this guy powered? What? Hang on. Try this again. So, how on earth is that guy powered? These guys should both be powered. Hang on. Something's not quite right. Let's just try that again. Let's give me big water pumping station. Yeah, this is fine. I'm doing that. Okay, we'll do that, and we will get this connected, and we will get some water pipes. We'll go with the big ones, as you guys suggested. Go downstairs. Let's put that one in there, and this one on this side. And we'll tie that in there. So let's go ahead and get those things done. We'll assign construction of all of these things, and we'll go over here and we will drop down so we don't have tons of people working there all the time. We're at 5,100 workers, citizens. There's a traffic jam. Where? Oh, I see. So this is full? It is. It is in fact full. So what that means to say, at least this piece of road isn't heavily utilized. So, but yeah, what that means to say is we definitely need to start thinking a little bit about how we can now asphalt up some of these other roads. Can we, hang on, let's just go back and see. Pause it for a second while we quickly have a look. So these things are underway, so we can start the construction of a variety of different things here. Just see, yeah, that's all under construction, and those are being constructed. That's good. We haven't started the construction of roads over here yet. We can probably go and extend that section and just say, guys, you're gonna go and assign that for construction. That's good. I really would just like to finish off this loop. If we've done that, we can potentially come back and asphalt some of our key town roads as well at some point. But I think the big thing is for us to just finish off this loop. So if we wanted to do that, where would we be able to? We'd be able to do that and that. Oh, beautiful. This is awesome. Okay, let's just think about this. Do we need guys to come in here? Not really. We really don't need to, but in case of maybe something like fire, we may need to do that. So let's do this. Let's do that. Get it out of here, please. Tie that in. Get it out of there, please. And tie that in. There we go. So that gives us access all the way through there. So we can now go and comfortably asphalt those sections. Now the question is, do we have any way of asphalting through here? I don't think we can asphalt through these paths. So that path is a bit of a challenge for us. And we've got a path on this side too. Yeah, we really can't. We can't, right? There's no way for us to actually intersect with it. That's the issue. Can't do a path. So that section is looking pretty good. And now, of course, we've got a bit of a challenge in that we need to get buses onto this side, though. And there's paths everywhere. That's the issue with these bus stations. We don't actually have the ability to get a path through the other side, unless what they're doing is they're coming back over this side. I think that's going to probably be good enough. And we're going to go ahead and start working on some of these sections. So let's get that going. And let's start working on some of these sections, get our intersections all sorted out. Are we harvesting yet? No. So we've planted everything, including this one being the last one to get planted. These will already start harvesting now. I like it. I like it. And we'll keep a close eye to see if we can harvest quick enough. But that should be absolutely awesome. This isn't designed for construction, right? Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes. But this is starting to move quite nicely. Construction is going along, and we are making so much money now. I'm almost at a point where I think, can we get rid of our loan? And I think the answer is yes. Before I do that, though, let's quickly make a move over here and see where our last section is at. So our last section is under construction, at which time we should be able to spend the 200k to get the good one, so that we can really start building proper rail tracks. Oh man, I'm in. That's excellent. Construction is underway on a lot of these things. Let's just see if we go here. Yeah, a lot of these things is under construction at the moment, which is awesome. Let's just get started on some of these pieces. We haven't planned out our sewage and stuff yet, but let's just get cracking on some of this stuff. Oh, it can actually make a little turnaround there. Okay, well, at the moment that's the issue. The issue is going to be when I do this stretch through here. There's really no way for me to go around without coming around this way. But everything else is kind of a bit of a challenge. We just generally, because we've got these paths, we just can't get through there. So we'll just have to bear that in mind. My goodness, look at that. Look at our money, guys. Halfway through the month, and we are loving it. People are happy, people are healthy, our population is nice and where it needs to be. Let's quickly have another look at our happiness, just to see whether that happiness issue that we had there for a while, it's been mainly resolved. We're back up at the very same kind of numbers. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, there we go. We're starting to harvest. I'm assuming our harvesters are on the way. We should see harvesting start. Absolutely. Where's my harvesters? They're still parked. Move! No trucks available. That's okay. Oh, actually, it's saying, there we go. Now the harvesters will go. There we go. So our harvest is going to be looking pretty awesome now. I'm going to spend an extra 100k on our loan. I'm going to go in here and say repay another 100. Return money. Go back. Now money is good. Now money is good. Let's park there for a second. Let's see where this fire is. We should be able to resolve that fire fairly quickly. Now that I think about it, how many vehicles do I have here? I do have 2 vehicles over here, so we should be all good with that. They are on the way. Nice. Even that access was pretty easy. What is that guy? That's the police also going to go and see something there. Oh, it's this one. Anyway, we've all resolved that in time. Excellent. Good stuff. Fire been extinguished. Let's clear this out. No problems. Excellent. We are super close to the end of this. Hopefully in this episode we'll get to that end and we can bring in a proper track layer that will do things much quicker. At the moment it seems like we are actually working our way towards building some of these pipes. Has those pipes been built? No. But there's a piece of pipe here that's under construction. And of course, it's a pretty big one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and say, suspend the construction on that. And I'm also going to say, suspend the construction on this. Just because I don't want that to be the primary focus. If anything, you should be maybe focusing on building a little bit of stuff over here. And that section is still being built. So there's a lot going on, and we don't want to get too crazy. This road can run over here and actually join in up here at some point in the future. So that's all good. Is that section done? Okay, good. And we should be exporting tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Yes. So now we'll get ready for actually buying the big rail guy. That would be awesome if we can sort that out. All of this stuff is just ready, planned to go. They should be able to be accessed once we get a train up and running. We still need a depot somewhere. Now that I think about it. A depot is probably good if we build a depot in here. So let's plan for a bit of a rail depot. Now, I don't want a metro depot. We'll just go with a rail, another traffic jam. No, it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. This is not the end of the world, so I don't mind the traffic jam here too much. Okay, let's just park that there for a minute and have a quick look at the depots. So a long rail depot. Then we've got this rail end station, which can in fact take fuel. But I'm not sure the rail... What does the rail end station actually do? A long train depot? This is the vanilla one. I think that might be what we're going to do. And we may squeeze it in here. I'm kind of tempted to maybe squeeze it in here instead. Or we can do that one, which is even longer. It's a bit of an even longer one. I'm not sure about the end stations. A long rail depot. This end station has a bit of fuel in it. This is just the vanilla one. I don't think it's the end of the world if we decide to actually squeeze it in here. But we could still use these areas. So if I wanted to, actually, the depot might be better suited to going in there, but then it runs the other side. So potentially, a depot right over there. Is that a better option for us? It will still be powered. I think maybe that as a depot is a little bit better. Right, and we'll try and keep it a little something like this, maybe, right? I'm going to unpause it for a second and we'll leave it there. So the idea is really that there's so much going on here. If we do that and we run this way or that way, yeah, I think. So if we do it in here and then out on that side, yeah, okay, let's do that. And do that. Okay, let's trim that back again. Just think about what we're doing here. Go up there. And then what we'll do is we'll come down here. I'm not going to be too fussed by it. We'll need to be able to go... Undo that. Started there. Okay, so you'll do this. Alternatively, you will do... Alternatively, you do that. Right, so that's something that we're going to do. We're going to start that, and what we'll say is we're going to just suspend this construction for the time being. But that'll be the next thing that we need to do, is we'll need to do that so that we can actually run a train. And this train can quite comfortably go everywhere it needs to go from over here. It can't, however, get in on this side, so we will in fact have to do a little bit of this. Let's do that, and we'll suspend that construction as well. So there's the depot going on in there. We will go and allocate some roads to it here. Should be able to get that sorted out quite nicely. So there's our rail depot. Make sure that we keep going. We've got a 7% unemployment, 80% happiness, 90% going there. Okay, now we should start seeing some crops in here. Ooh, I like it. I like it. So crops is now available in here, and what we don't actually have is someone that can pick up crops and move that along somewhere else. Okay, we've stopped producing power for a second. Let's quickly head over here and just see what that's all about. I'm assuming we are actually producing power. It was just someone that just arrived a little bit late. There we go. This road connection is starting to go quite nicely. I wouldn't mind just extending that. What's our construction looking like over here? Oh, awesome. Oh, now we're starting to construct that. This is weird that we're constantly having to struggle with this. So let's suspend that construction. Let's suspend this. We'll come back and build it, but let's just suspend all these pipelines for the time being. There's still plenty for us to do before we get to getting those pipelines sorted. I don't want to get too over the top here. I'm also kind of tempted to... How much steel do we have here? The stuff that we would lose by rebuilding this, we'll lose that. So we'll have a bit of a look here. I'm kind of tempted to get coal processing here as well, and then the power plant up there. But at the moment, things are super healthy, super healthy. Our bitumen exports. Look at that, 250 at the moment, and we're still miles away from getting to this. We are in the dying stretch of getting it there. So I'm super keen on sorting that out. And once we've got a track builder, things should move much quicker. Our money is looking very good, and at the moment we should be quite healthy with regards to what this loan is costing us. This loan is now barely costing us any money. I may as well just pay it off and get it done with. If I say 44,000 and we return that money, we now have no loan left. We have no loan left. This is still under construction over here. Yeah, there's a fair bit of stuff happening in here, and I'm assuming we are still, for the most part, out of water. I think we're pretty close to like just breaking even on the water. Oh, this one is starting to run out, so we might see a bit of a happiness drop there. That one is full of water, so water is actually pretty reasonable. We're maybe just barely holding on this side. So once this new bits of infrastructure is in place, that should be quite reasonable. The traffic jam, I'm very comfortable with. It's not the end of the world. There's not a lot happening through that section. Now, the next piece that I want to do is let's go about doing this section. If we do these two and we get this assigned, that would make an enormous difference to us. But yeah, it means people will have to drive around this way. We just generally can't get it unless we get rid of that and we run it through this side. It might be worth our while to do so. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to trim out this section. Okay, that's fine. And then I'm going to get a little section of a road. Come on, it needs to be able to. It can't get out of there. Even if I do There we go. There we go. There's something there. That is awesome. So now, all that I will actually add is a little section like that. There we go. So now you should still be able to drive through here, and we'll rebuild. Yeah, that's fine. That's brilliant. So that's awesome. That is awesome. So that's okay. We can go about getting rid of that little chunk there, and we'll comfortably end up fixing the rest of this. No problemo. No problemo. Excellent. Money is looking good. Our loan is paid off, and I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy now. Slow and steady will mean that we'll get things done pretty quickly. How are we doing over here? We are still struggling to clear our way through this. So our trucks should be... This can't be full, right? No, it's not miles away. Yeah, keep going, keep going. We're trying to fill this thing up at a reasonable rate. Now, we will then have to start building a facility so that we can move this crops from here. So we will need a new distribution office. And I'm thinking we'll do the same thing that we've done there. We'll take that very same one. Distribution office, which was... It's that one, right? We could. Could do that. And then we have the guys picking up, and then the guys that will be distributing crops. Here we go. So we can make a start on that one. We'll say, please come and build that section of road, and that will make a start towards a distribution office that can then distribute crops to where we need the crops to go. So that's awesome. We've got lots of crops coming in, 250 in the bank, no loan to worry about. So things should be really quite good. What I do want to have just a quick check on, now that we're using these guys, are they picking up at a reasonable rate? That's kind of the idea. Is this good enough? But now we should be able to do a lot more. That section's done. Now things are good. We can rebuild the little section that we missed out on. Oh, I love it. Look at that. That's awesome. Good planning. Anyway, I'll pat myself on the back for that one. It's working well. Where are we headed with this? Come on. So close. So close. Do we have this guy on the way? The new track builder. You know, it's going back at the moment. But the new track builder should... once the new track builder can come in, we can get this guy to start working on that. We don't need another depot. We can get the track builder to come in over here. And that's all that we need. And then we could actually get even 2 track builders going. But track builders aren't making us any money. So we'll need to just be a little bit cautious about that. But I'm quite comfortable with what's going on over here, though. A lot's happening. Have we finished any of this? We are so slow with some of these things. So that's been built. We are busy working on this. And we're just actually waiting on some... We have workers here. And then that one, it's got workers there. It just needs some boards. Okay, well, we'll slowly get it done. Hopefully we can then start storing some water. Because at the moment, our water is a little bit of a challenge. I do think this might make a difference. And if it doesn't, we'll just keep on learning. Because clearly, it's a bit of a learning curve on the water mechanics. Happy to see that our crops are coming in quite nicely. Over here, we should see crops coming in as well, but we're using it pretty quickly. Yeah, so we're going to change things up as soon as we've got a lot of stuff in here. And then we'll start probably getting new we'll start moving the crops. Can I put a little... rename the building? Gernakova, we'll call it Gernakova. Gernakova crop collection. Right, we'll save that. So that's crop collection. And then this one will be renamed Gernakova or Sernakova crop distribution. There we go. And we'll just leave it at that. And so this will send crops to wherever crops needs to go. Now, what I'm keen on seeing is whether we've cleared some of these things out. We have not. So where are my trucks actually hanging out? Are they just kind of going back and forth? But there should be lots and lots of grain coming in now. Yeah, we're filling this up quite nicely, and we're not even kind of making a dent in it yet. So that's good. We probably need to end this episode. That's been built. I like it. All of these little infrastructure components getting built is really good. I like that. We should start planning out our water. There's a fire somewhere. Let's just quickly have a look. Can we cover that? Yeah, that should be easily covered. No problems. These sections of road are done, so let's make a move on the rest. I'm gonna do one stretch there, and no. Honestly, can I just run? Why? That is silly. Can I? Now that's nonsense. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clean this out and try and run. Why on earth are you doing that? And then if we do that, that should be good. And now we can assign it. Good. Let's get that sorted. That was very funny that it did that. But anyway, it's underway now. And now it needs gravel as well. Okay, that doesn't matter. This is working. Reasonably paced. This is full again. Yeah, so our extra water is now actually filling it up. So let's have a look here. Yeah, so now we're moving way more water through here. Way more. Every now and again it's saying something. Maybe that it's full. Can't send anywhere. Anyway, that's good. So now it means that all of these guys should be full and water should be no problem whatsoever. We're heading into winter again. Makes me worried a little bit because these guys are not quite where they need to go. Oh, September, October, November. So we've got like 2 months left. I am a little worried that we're not going to actually get through it, because we're a little bit too far. I'm hoping we can at least do another 6 or so more, but yeah, potentially it means that we may have to do another farm, probably on the other side, which I did get a comment for, so maybe a small farm on this side, and we'll just assign some stuff yet again, and some more vehicles in there so that they can go about finishing that off. Let's have a quick look at where this is going. It feels like it's taking ages to get there, but we should be really close to getting the other track builder up and running. And we've got a heat exchanger in place, and we need to bring some power in here. Power will be pretty easy to get from here as a starting point, and then we'll need to plan out improved power infrastructure for the future. But I'm quite comfortable with what we've got right now. It's pretty reasonable, and I do like this little loop. It's a pretty reasonable thing to do, and that means it frees up this side so that we could build a nice big sweeping kind of rail structure to kind of have a main line run through the islands, something like that. Up here, maybe through there, through that side, through the island. So we can run a bit of a mainline track through there that should be able to get everywhere. And what we can do is we can loop it around on this side too. We can probably get our main line to actually go in here, and then we can join it up on this side too. So we can have it go in both directions. So we've got a little bit of redundancy on the line if we need it. So that would be good. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. We're pretty okay with everything at the moment. And certainly now we should have a reasonable amount of crops ready to go as well. That's about 2 months worth of crops. So we're not quite ready to go the big boys over here, but that's at least a reasonable amount of crops. Okay, things are moving along, and I'm quite comfortable with what we're doing. I may actually do don't do that, please don't do that. Well, what I'm going to do instead this time is I'm going to actually do that, clear it out, and we'll run this guy through there. And now I'll I'll trim it back a little bit more, and we'll just put that back in. Wow, interesting. That's okay. I'm still comfortable with that. So now we can actually get that piece going as well. We just want to get this whole loop done. But it's going to start snowing, and the question would be, do we get some extra vehicles for managing the snow? Yeah, maybe we'll make a start on that in the next episode. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, one more look at where this is. It's just gone back, and we've barely made it in. So the next episode, we're definitely going to get there, and then we're going to go all guns blazing with track building, and that should put us in a very good spot. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.